It wasn't a perfect day. It wasn't good. Or even decent. Not the worst, though. It started with some random guy spilling his coffee on you, and then having the audacity to get mad. A pop quiz on the first lecture. Accidentally pushing a potted plant off the windowsill. Almost falling down the stairs, but thankfully, your cat-like reflexes were able to act in time and only get you to fall on your ass. It still hurts. But finally, you can go back to your small, empty, and gray flat. What a lovely life. Despite how much happened, you don't feel very tired. And a thought goes through your head. Maybe I should take a walk. Wait, there's point and click. There's point and click. I can go home. I can go to the I'm going home. Screw you. I'm too tired. You climb the stairs with the last bit of energy left in your body. You do your evening routine and go to bed. The next day, you get up, get ready, attend the lectures, and go home. And so on and so forth. Ending 1 out of 8. Peaceful life. You know, maybe going home wasn't the play. Maybe we go to the forest. Nothing terrible happens in the forest. As you go deeper, your mood starts to change. For the worse? With each step, the cars are getting quieter. Soft wind and birds are taking their place. You take a seat at your favorite spot, a log by the stream. You touch the moss at your side, observing the shapes of its leaves and enjoying how soft and fluffy it is. You feel safe, as if the forest is looking out for you, so you can take a small break. You smile at the serenity. You realize how quiet it is, a little bit too quiet for your liking. Looking around, you don't see anything suspicious, but it's a forest and you're alone. There's plenty of danger that's way too good at hiding. You hear a frustrated shout nearby. Why did you go into that thing? Don't scream. My head hurts. Okay, but why would you trust a random guy saying, yeah, go into that train car. That way you live, tee-hee? Don't you find it at least a bit suspicious? It was either this or annihilation. For me, the choice was quite simple. And besides, you didn't have to go after me. Well, maybe I didn't want to be left alone in the middle of the apocalypse. Annihilation? Apocalypse? What are they talking about? You should probably go home, just in case. I want to go home. Screw this. I'm going home. Wisely, you chose to go back. Back at home, you eat, take a shower, and go to sleep. The next day, you will wake up, get ready, attend the lectures, and go home. And so on and so forth. Ending 2 out of 8. I'd like not to die, thank you very much. But I want to see who's arguing. Silly choice, but alright. Trying your best to stay hidden between some bushes, you go towards the voices. You have a weird feeling, like they're talking in a language that you don't know, and yet you understand everything perfectly. Peculiar. You catch a glimpse of someone, so you quickly crouch, trying not to draw attention to yourself. What? If you're going to stress this much about this, then you should have stayed in. You know very well that I couldn't! Okay. Sorry. It's okay. But shouldn't that make it easier? No? Besides, stop acting dumb when you know exactly what I mean. With that silly personality of yours, I can never understand what your deal is. Worried about another squirrel, perhaps? It was one time! Why would you trust that guy? That's actually pretty simple. You see, you accidentally brush against the leaves. I'm cooked. Hi. Why you look at me like that? For a moment, you feel extreme tension. Your brain goes into flight or fight mode. You probably can't fight both of them at the same time. Muscles in your legs are ready to dart, to run for your life. But the man with golden wings speaks. I apologize. Did we scare you? I'm running away! Thankfully, they don't go after you. Despite that, you walk around the city for some time first, just in case. When you're finally home, you feel all of the adrenaline finally leaving your body. At least, you'll have something interesting to talk about. Getting 2 out of 8. I like not to die, thank you very much. It's the same ending as before! So what if I get up instead? You feel your legs wobble a little, but you stand firm, phone secured in your hand. Hopefully, if they try anything, you'll be able to call for help quick enough. The gun behind your belt might also be useful. Are you okay? I should stay silent. Whoa, I think this is where my choices actually matter. Yeah, thanks for asking. But of course, for a moment, no one says anything, and it's getting a bit awkward. So, about the apocalypse! They're not very happy to talk about it with a stranger, but alas, this much they probably owe you. Then, perhaps I'll explain. We're actually from another world. There are many of them and a few ways to travel from one to another. In ours, there was a disaster. Most of our gods have been killed, and it started collapsing. So, the apocalypse. We were lucky enough to escape. Silently, they await your response. Do you believe them? Yeah. But why here? Oh, we didn't choose this place. We just went through a portal. Okay. Well, I got my answer, so I'll be going. Without turning around, you start walking back. Oh, come on. We just met. You blink, and suddenly, he's beside you, his wings closing around you. A little close, don't you think? And we actually have a few questions, so if you'd be so kind to hear us out. I stay still. I could pull out the gun. That would be so funny. I believe you. I pull out this gun. I'ma stay still. Good. We would like to talk to you for a moment. He puts his wings down and goes back to his previous place. Sorry for that, but I was worried you'd run away. You weren't worried about my glizzy? Maybe we could have a little do-over. My name is Sunset, and his, Sunrise. And what is your name, dear? Sunset and Sunrise? Were your mother's friends by any chance? Well, I'm not gonna tell it to some randos. It is Lion. Huh. Lion. Feels good to say it. He claps his hands, his wings moving behind him like a cape. So. Sorry, but do your wings have bones? Do they have bones? Oh, those aren't wings. See? They can take any form I want. That's kinda dope. It's just most angels keep them as wings. It's a symbol. So cool, but wait, is it like part of your body? What about the texture? Can you fly? I'm gonna be excited about it. They're phantom limbs. They aren't actually connected to my body, but I can't materialize them anywhere. You can touch if you want. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, you really should trust me with wings, 'cause we all know what this channel's all about, and you know what I'm gonna do to those wings. He extends one of them towards you. Trying not to touch it No! Touching it incredibly inappropriately, you caress it gently. It feels like touching a cloud, soft, fluffy, and a little cold. Even though your hand can go through the substance, you also feel some resistance. You imagine falling asleep while being enveloped in his wings. It would probably be the best nap ever. Not to be a weirdo, you soon let go of him. You look at Sunrise, and noticing your gaze, he tenses. Does your tail do anything cool? I am not sure what you understand by cool exactly, but it can cut through things. It should also be able to pick up any unwanted presence, but it seems we're no longer in our world. Can't do that anymore. Was leaving really worth it? The words escape your mouth, and they look at you, surprised. The silence is deafening. Sunrise seems to try and answer you, but ultimately stays silent. Seeing the struggle, Sunset sighs. I apologize, but we cannot give you the real reason. It could put you in danger. Do you think they're going to send someone after us? You know that bastard as well as I do. A man that would do anything for profit. Are you in some kind of gang? I'm in danger? Maybe it's the former. Maybe I'll go with this. I don't think so. Even he wouldn't go as far as to harm someone from another world. It could give him more trouble than benefit. My guess is that if you stay away from us, you should be fine. That's honestly a shame. Story was getting interesting. Well, I doubt they'll be able to find us so quickly. So for now, you should be fine. But of course, the choice is yours. I want to stay a little longer. Oh my. Did we already win you over? Maybe. Oh. That is so sweet. Don't worry. If something happens, I'm sure Sunrise will save you. The man locks eyes with you before nodding. Despite yourself, you smile. Just as you're about to say something, you feel unease seep into your veins. You feel shivers run down your spine. But it's not because of them. You look around, trying to find out what's wrong. Is someone else nearby? What's wrong? You look back at the two. They seem concerned. It's just... I feel like we're being watched. As the wind travels between the trees, you hear the whispers that it's carrying of a monster right above your heads. Oh. Okay. What a nice piece of meat! Alone. In the woods. Does it not see us? I think so. Well, doesn't matter. What? Hello? What is happening? What is that? Oh, damn. Let's leave it to him. Will he be okay? As long as he can actually hit it. However, something feels off. Be careful, Sunrise. Can you stop talking? But I'm worried. Stop. Hey, no. You're not allowed to crawl out of the frame. Wait for what? The hell? It dissolved? What? Aren't you going to purify it? I can't. Why? I lost this ability when the sun died. Whoopsie. We have a sun right here, unless you need a specific sun. I'm going to save it. You said they wouldn't find you so quickly. Was this something from your world? The hell was that? Was this something from your world? Sunset shakes his head. It didn't smell like something from there, but it seems like it was after you. How come it's the first thing how come it's the first time I've seen something like this? I wish I had an answer for you, but it seems something has caught his attention. White and gold eyes look at you from under his wings. But it's only for a short moment. It seems that Calico didn't lie to us. A cat? What do you mean? You, my dear, seem to have a god sitting on your shoulders. What are you going on about? Truth be told, getting to a safer place was only part of the reason why we left. 2 of the gods are still alive, and we wanted to find them. For some reason, it seems one of them has chosen you as his host. Me? The overlord of all that is unholy and feral? Me? Why? I wonder if the creature had anything to do with it. But don't worry, I don't think it will be much of a problem. Something just wanted to eat me. Sounds like a small problem to me. Oh yeah, sure. I'm gonna go with the former. What I meant was, I won't let anything hurt you. Because you totally don't stand behind sunrise. Thanks? Thank you? Thanks? But of course. But wait, does that mean you'll have to, live with me? So will you just become a stalker? Are you just gonna live with me then? If you allow me. Alright. What about sunrise? He looks at you, surprised. Don't worry about me. I want to look for the other soul, so I won't be bothering you. That's not exactly what I meant, but sure. With that, you part ways. At the beginning, you had some concerns about living with a stranger, but you quickly fall into a routine. Sunset is still able to use magic, so he put a protective spell on you, so he can quickly intervene when you're in danger. Sometimes he goes shopping together, but he much prefers to stay home, taking care of cleaning and sometimes cooking. Sometimes because it quickly comes to light that he's terrible in the kitchen. Still, he mostly spends his time reading and learning about your world. He especially loves laying by the big window in your bedroom. That's where you found him today as well. Seeing you, he smiles lovingly, and with that, you realize you no longer feel lonely. Ending 7 out of 8. Soft feathers hug me tightly. Okay, so aside from a few set endings, the rest of the game kind of runs on an affection point between both sunrise and sunset. But for now, when they ask me if I'm okay, I'm going to stay silent. Before the guy with wings can say anything, the other takes a step towards you. You feel your body tense, but you do your best to stay in place. I apologize. Did our conversation disturb your peace? I'm going to shake my head. Oh? Then why are you here? I was concerned. Oh, what a sweet soul. But as you can see, it's not like we're fighting. We're just having a heated conversation. So I best believe it's best we part ways here. Not waiting for your answer, he grabs the other man and disappears. You look around, confused as to what happened. But after a moment, cautiously, you go back home. Days go on, and you can't get rid of the feeling of being watched, but you never see them again. Ending 3 out of 8. Watchful eye. Okay, right now, since it's a little easier, I'm gonna try getting an ending with sunrise instead, so thanks for asking. About the apocalypse, you've already seen all this. Wait, do I believe them? Yes, none of this really matters. I could pull out the gun, but it really doesn't change anything, so I'm gonna stay still. Well, your mother is okay. You know what, I'm gonna tease them just because it's fun. No, and I'm pretty sure these aren't our real names. They're more like titles. We've been using them for years now, so they're basically our names. And if that makes you feel better, you can just give us something you're comfortable with. Like a nickname. That's still Lion. Lion. Feels good to say it. Yeah, I know. Oh, okay, this is where things branch off. So, for now, I'm not going to compliment his wings. I've got to keep it to myself. You didn't seem very surprised when you saw us. Is assuming that there are angels and demons in this world as well correct? Well, not exactly. Most of the ones depicted in religion don't look like you. I just thought it might be a really good costume, that's all. Based on that, how hard would it be for us to live here, looking like this? You'd probably be stared at a lot. As much as I love getting attention, it could become a problem. I'm sure we would be able to make some kind of disguise, but it'd probably take a few days. It will be a bit annoying to live without my wings, but I suppose that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Will you have to cut them off? Oh, heavens, no. My feathers. That would be terrifying. They're phantom limbs. They aren't actually connected to my body, but I can't materialize them anywhere. You can touch if you want. Thanks, but no thanks. Your loss. For a moment, you stay silent. You look at Sunrise, and noticing your gaze, he tenses. Are you okay? He's surprised at first, but clears his throat and answers. I've been worse, but thanks for your concern. Are you always caring towards strangers? Oh, well, doesn't hurt to ask. Ooh, I forgot what was the answer here. Yeah, doesn't hurt to ask. I agree. Kindness is always rewarded. But please, don't take that as an encouragement to go to just any random people. Your safety should always go first. His tail moves smoothly before landing on the ground. He notices it caught your attention. Any questions about it? Sorry, didn't mean to stare. It's okay. It's not as interesting as Sunset's wings, but it's still quite useful. It can, for example, cut through things. It should be able to pick on any unwanted presence, but seems we're no longer in our world. It can't do that anymore. Was leaving really worth it? The words escape your mouth and they look at you surprised. The silence is deafening. Sunrise seems to try and answer you, but ultimately stays silent. We're gonna skip through. Are you in some kind of gang? Not really, but we are troublesome. Weird. You seem fairly harmless so far. Really, you two are lame? You two seem rather harmless. You'd be surprised. Stop saying shit like that. We won't hurt you. But something else might. Well, I doubt they'll be able to find us so quickly. So for now, you should be fine. But of course, the choice is yours. I'm gonna stay longer, because going home will just lead us to ending 2. Okay, let's skip through. Wait, what? Did we already win you? Maybe. Let's skip through. I feel like we're being watched, okay? And a creature is here! We should help! We were only getting away. However, something feels off. Be careful, Sunrise! Can you stop talking? But I'm worried! I know! Get out of my ass! Stab! Wait! Huh? Why did I say wait? What are you? What a silly question. Desire to consume and grow. Sorry. It dissolved. Well. Was this something from your world? We already saw this. How come it's the first time I saw something like this? There should be a way to get the soul to detach, right? Definitely, but it will take some time. Don't worry. I'll stay by your side and make sure that you're safe. I'm gonna save it just in case. Yeah, thanks. My sincere apology that you found yourself in this situation. I truly hope that there won't be another one like this. But just in case, as we don't know what it can do, I'd like to be your guard. Well, sounds silly when you say it like that. Maybe. but I am sincere with my words. So, if you allow me, I'd like to become a part of your daily life and do my best to relieve you from some everyday problems. Okay. Sunset sighs theatrically. Well then, since you'll be staying as a protector, I'll go into this world and look for another soul. Will you be okay? Oh please, you know I'm capable. Alright. With that, you part ways. At the beginning, you had some concerns about living with a stranger, but you quickly fell into a routine. As it turns out, Sunrise is pretty good at hiding in the shadows. Literally, you can't see him. Which is strange, considering that he told you his tail isn't working properly in this world. However, this is just one of the many mysteries you two need to uncover. As days go by, nothing bad happens, and so Sunrise decides to stay at home instead of looming around you all the time. And he's the perfect roommate. Every day you come back to a clean home and warm food on the table. After a while, he even finds a remote job to help you out as much as he can. Usually, when you come back from university, he's sitting on the couch in the living room, usually working on a laptop or watching a new movie. That's where you met him today as well. Welcome back. Seeing you, he smiles lovingly, and with that, you realize you no longer feel lonely. Ending 6 out of 8. Deathly stare. Loving heart. Okay, so one thing to note, regardless of the route you're on, you can just say no and it leads to more or less the same ending. So, thank you, but no. You do realize you're in danger, right? Maybe, but how do I know you're not even more dangerous? Fair point. Then I suppose I'll just hope that you'll stay safe. You part your ways and everything seemingly goes back to normal. You go to your university, meet some friends, go back. But sometimes, you have a feeling like there's someone protecting you from the shadows. Ending 5 out of 8. Protected by invisible forces. Right, so I'm gonna try go for the neutral route, and for this, we're supposed to try not to get any affection points with these two, so I'm gonna keep it to myself. You'd probably be stared at a lot. Will you have to cut him off? Okay, thanks, but no. Does your tail do anything cool? Am I in danger? Story was getting interesting. I'm gonna stay. Oh, wait, hold up. Did we already win you over? No, maybe. I'm gonna hit maybe. Okay, I feel like we're being watched, and okay. Will he be okay? Skip through. I'm gonna go triple dots, get him killed. Was this something from your world? First time I saw something like this, they explain to you a few more things, like what you need to do to look out for, to keep yourself safe. They also walk you home, as something might still be around. But then, you part ways. Sometimes you have a feeling like they're nearby, so you look around, but to no avail. The rest of your life is peaceful, unusual encounters slowly fading in your memory. Ending 8 out of 8. Peaceful life, peaceful heart. And finally, we're gonna get the poly route, and for this, we need to get affection points for both. Okay, I think we're just supposed to, like, just kinda get as many affection points as we can with both of them. So, are you okay? Does it hurt to ask? Didn't mean to stare. Okay. And I hope to God that this actually, like, changes things. Maybe you both want me over. I feel like we're being watched. Hello, creature. Will he be okay? Triple dots. Get him killed. Was this something from your world? How come it's the first time I saw something like this? But don't worry. I don't think it will be much of a problem. I'll do my best to protect you. Great. Then I'll be able to focus on researching the cause of this, and maybe we will be able to get a soul out of you. Excuse me? That is, if you allow us to. Live with both of you? Well, I'm sure we will be very entertaining as your roommates. It does seem like the most reasonable thing to do, considering what we just witnessed. Never happened before, so maybe if I stay away from you, it'll be fine. Yeah, living with two strangers sounds so reasonable. Yeah, you're right. But I'd like to ensure your safety in some way. Why? There were many people I wasn't able to protect back at home. I just don't want for this to repeat. And like it or not, you are very possibly in danger. So, please. You look at Sunset, as if asking what his reason could possibly be. Well, I want to get the soul out of you, so naturally. His stare becomes more intense, sniffing his bullshit. Alright, fine. It's mostly because I'm bored. Truth be told, I couldn't care less about this cowardly little god. But you seem kind for a soul, so I'd love to stick around. Okay, you can come to my place. It's not as if this was totally in my plan. You showed him around your place and start pondering as to where they could sleep. Thankfully, Sunset says that he can just cocoon himself with his wings. Bizarre, but to each their own. First night goes smoothly. Soon you fall into routine. Surprisingly, Sunset is still able to use magic, so he puts a protective spell on you, so they don't have to loom around you and can act quickly if something does happen. You were not expecting how lively these two were, almost constantly talking and bickering. Despite that, there are also some quiet moments, like laying in the living room, warmed by the setting sun, while Sunrise makes some snack in the kitchen. From what you've noticed, this is their dynamic. Sunrise takes care of the basics, like cleaning and cooking, while Sunset focuses on researching and learning anything about this world. Then he usually goes into a yapping session. You've actually got to learn a few new things yourself, thanks to that. More often than not, you come back to Sunrise, making dinner with Sunset lingering around. And that's how you meet them today as well. Ah! Sunset immediately smiles, while Sunset just exhales with relief. And just like that, you realize it's good to have someone to come back to. Ending 4 out of 8. Company keeping you warm. So that was Between Two Suns. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do want to play this for yourselves, link to the game will be in the description below. And I genuinely enjoyed this. I actually got a recommendation to play this. Someone actually DM'd me about this game, and I absolutely loved it. It was a very, very cozy game. Some of the scenes were quite unsettling, I would have to say, but I genuinely enjoyed this. It's nice to come to something that's short and sweet every now and then, and this definitely helped me get out of my funk, being so honest. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day, and as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion signing off. Ciao.